Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to thank you for holding this markup today. And we have a lot of issues that are facing American people, and the high costs of prescription drugs is certainly something that's worth tackling. However, I respectfully disagree on this bill that targeting PBM practices is the way to drive down costs and expand consumer choice. We all want to lower prescription drug prices, but the devil is in the details. First, in the delinking. Subsection D of this bill adds to the Federal Employee Health Benefits Act a new section that would implement delinking policies. Delinking is essentially the government stepping in and delinking what PBMs are allowed to charge from the list price to the net price. And while this sounds good on paper and may feel good in the short term, it only serves to increase premiums and raise costs for the patient. Senator Rand Paul recently commented on a Senate drug pricing bill that included delinking provisions, explaining that, and this is his quote, like so many misguided policies in Washington, this bill may actually raise drug prices. If that happens, just imagine the outcry for a single-payer healthcare system with government price controls. Maybe that's exactly what the left is betting on, that if drug companies have free rein, the American people will get fed up fast and demand a socialist paradise. Let's hope that they don't get their wish, end quote. And I certainly hope they don't get their wish either. Regarding the process and the cost, I have some concerns with the process as well as the potential costs of the bill. We've had two PBM hearings in this committee already this year, and at no point did we hear from many of the groups that are going to be involved, many of the stakeholders. Why are we marking up a policy about which we have not had actual public discussion with the stakeholders involved and the federal agencies that might be impacted? Regarding the CBO, we have not seen, as was mentioned, a CBO score of this language. CBO scored this section of it has not scored this. And what's complicating the matter is that there's 800,000 postal retirees who will be shifting to Medicare Part D this year. And the question is, has CBO scored how this language will impact the cost for those retirees? Additionally, the bill targets PBM's involvement in the public sector is counterproductive, in my opinion. For example, the Department of Labor's Inspector General found that the agency spent an extra $321 million over a 5-year period on prescription drugs because they did not use a PBM. Free markets simply work better. PBMs use their economies of scale to drive down costs in the same way that Walmart, we all know, does a great job of selling bulk things, but they do so at the benefit of the consumer by driving down costs. PBMs are paid based on performance. If they effectively secure savings from drug companies, they are paid more, and that's a good thing. The buying power of a PBM is one of the only remaining checks on drug companies' unlimited pricing power. It's why you're seeing all of the ads that are being paid for by pharma targeting PBMs and supporting this bill. I'd suggest that if we're looking for solutions to combat skyrocketing drug costs, that we take a look at what our drug manufacturers are doing. And at the end of the day, I had the exact same opinion as probably most of the members are going to vote today. I originally used to think that PBMs were part of the problem, and after serving on the very board for an entire state, the state of Missouri, who had to purchase the insurance for the lives of over 100,000 people, my attitude changed. And I look at this and I think, if I had been handcuffed in this way of negotiating with what I had to negotiate with the different insurance carriers and the pharmacy benefit managers, the only result would be an increase in premium prices for the lives of the insured people that I was purchasing insurance for. And so respectfully, I will be voting against the bill.